everybody, it's me, Sissy, and today I have something kind of special. My friend Amanda McNulty is the hostess of a local TV show called Making It Grow. It's based here in South Carolina, and it's all about agricultural and gardening and natural resources in our great state of South Carolina. But anyway, she's a good friend of mine. Our children went to school together, and she has asked me to make and design her Halloween costume for the Halloween episode of her show this year. I did it 1 year before. I made her a Glinda the Good Witch costume. It was really nice, and it was a lot of fun. But this year, she's talking about the importance of pollinators in the garden, bees and birds, and I didn't know it, but in some of my research, I found out that lizards pollinate some flowers, and flies, and all the other little creepy crawly animals. So she gave me this piece of yellow burlap, and I'm gonna design her a garden vest with a little garden and some pollinators on it. And I'm gonna try to do it all without sewing, because I don't want to drag out the sewing machine, and it's not going to be like something, you know, a garment that you wear every day. It's just for Halloween. So let's get started with that and see how it goes. And also in the description box below, I will put a link to Amanda's information to Making It Grow on her Facebook and all that, in case y'all are interested. It's a really good show. Amanda is a hoot, and y'all just love her. But anyway, let's get started. Okay, so I've taken the piece of burlap and folded it in half, and then folded it again into quarters. And I don't really have a pattern, so I'm just going to trace out a rough vest shape, sleeveless vest that's going to meet in the front. And I've got Amanda's measurements, so I'm going to just, this hasn't been well fitted, this is just a Halloween costume, so I'm going to cut it. Cut out the sleeves and the neck, and then I'm just going to glue my seams, fold over so it has a nice finished edge, because even though it's for one time, we still want it to look nice. And then I think I'm going to put some seam binding around the neck and down the front to make it look a little more finished. But anyway, I'm going to get all that done, and then we can get to the fun part, which is the decorating. So I'm just folding over the burlap and running a bead of hot glue, and then with these wonderful Mod Podge glue fingers, just pressing it down, and that's putting a really nice hem in it, because you can see right there, it looks really good. So I'm going to get the hem all glued down, and then I think that I'm going to put some seam binding around the neck and down the front to give it a little more finished look. And then we'll join the sides, and I'll show you all that. So I'm going to glue these seams down with hot glue, and I have my wonderful Mod Podge glue fingers, which these things are great. So all I do is run a bead of glue under here, and then kind of press it down with my finger, and it makes a really nice seam. You can see where I've done this side over here. And I mean, that's not going anywhere. That's good and sturdy. So I'm going to finish that, and then the armholes, I folded them over and glued them too, so they'd be nice and finished. Even though it's just for one time, I still want it to look good. So I got that done. I'm going to finish this side, and then I'm going to show you the completed vest before we put any decorations on it. Okay, so I've got all my seams finished. I got seam binding on the front to finish it off. I folded under the armholes and glued those down, finish them, and I did the hem. Now along the bottom of the hem, I've got the reindeer moss like grass. Just going to put a big pile of hot glue on there, and then put the moss on and press it down with these little glue fingers. And once I get that all done, then we'll start putting our flowers on. Okay, I've started decorating my vest, and let's see, I got a little centipede down here in the grass, and I've got some flowers on here, and I've got a little sweet butterfly on there pollinating that flower, and then this sweet little bumblebee up here in a zinnia. I'm going to show you how I made that bumblebee. It is really cute, and you can add it to any of your little flower arrangements, and it's just so cute. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. Okay, to make the bumblebee, we have these 2 regular pom-poms. You can use big ones or small ones, whatever size you want. And then we're going to glue them together. And I don't have my tripod, but I'm going to see if I can get this on camera. Just, you take your pom-pom, put a little drop of glue. It doesn't have to be a lot. You're just going to glue these pom-poms together. And then you just squeeze them together and hold them a second, and they'll dry. Okay? And then you just take a black pipe cleaner, and if you want to, you can just hold it on here and wrap it around 3 times, because for some reason all the pictures I see of bumblebees, they have 3 stripes. Okay, so mine, I just took the handle of my X-Acto knife and held the pipe cleaner next to it, and then I just twisted it around several times to get that nice round shape. Slid it off, and it was nice and round. Now, you might have to make it smaller depending on how big your pom-poms are. And then I got my 3 loops. 1, 2, 3, and I can cut this other part off. And then I just took my little pom-poms and worked them in there. There you go. So then I have my honeybee with my 3 stripes. Well, this one has 4. I might have to trim that off a little bit. But anyway, okay. Okay, then we have a little honeybee with the pipe cleaner on it. So then we take another pipe cleaner and do it around our cylinder. We're just going to do it twice, so that's 1 and 2. So we got 2 loops, and so that's 1 loop, 2 loops. I'm going to clip that off. So you just have the 2 loops and just make a figure 8 out of them. Put a little dot of glue in there, and then you have the wings for your bumblebee, and you just glue them on the back. So here's one that I've glued. So all that leaves to do is put his cute little eyes on him. Now, the easiest thing I've found to do this is to take a little piece of Scotch tape. And this one's kind of dirty. I've been using it. Okay. These little eyes are so tiny and they're hard to hold. So what I do is I put them right side down and as close as I want them to be. And then I take a clear piece of Scotch tape and just lay it down on top of them. And that way I can pick both of them up and put 2 little dabs of glue on the back and then put them on my bumblebee. And I'm just going to drop it, glue on the back of each one. Like that. And I'm just going to take my little bumblebee and then just take it and stick it and hold it for a second, and it's nice and glued, and then pull my tape off and my little eyes are stuck. And that's how I like to do when I have small things like that need to be glued. Okay, so I have this beautiful long stem rose that I got on clearance from Walmart. I think it was $1 or it might have been $1.50. But anyway, I have it positioned where I want it, and it's pinned at the top so I can get the placement right on her shoulder. So I'm going to start gluing at the bottom and then work my way up, because I would hate for this to fall off while she was on air. That would be so embarrassing. Anyway, this is a new glue gun. I'm not sure how much I'm liking it. Right now I'm not liking it too good, but I think we just got to get used to each other. Anyway, and I got these wonderful little glue fingers from Mod Podge. They are a lifesaver. because that glue can really burn you. Now this stem down here, I'm going to glue some more reindeer moss on top of it so you can't see it. And then I'm going to try to smooth out these big globs of glue so they're not so noticeable. I want it to hold, but I don't want it to look like it's, no, look, glued my finger. But that'll, watch that, just peeled right off. That's so cool. I love this little fingers. So that's pretty well glued down. So I'm going to unpin this up here so I can get to it with the glue gun. And I thought about, you know, just sewing these on here, but I thought that I think the glue will work better actually. So I'm just gonna, if I can get this, cause I probably need a long glue sticks, but okay. And you know how I'm very budget conscious, so I did get this at Michael's, and I did use my 50% off coupon, so I think it was $8. I was looking to get a cordless one, but they were so much more expensive, and I mean, really, I'm always near a cord and a plug anyway, so I didn't see the point spending the extra. I could spend that extra on something else, some craft supplies maybe. Like I need more craft supplies. My craft room, or as my family calls it, my Michael's Annex, is overflowing, and I really got to do a major cleanup in there. It looks terrible. I'm embarrassed for anybody to see it. So get that nice and glued down. Let the little leaf cover up. There we go. And then I just need to glue the top. And then I have a little birdie. I'm going to show you my birdie now. I looked and looked. I couldn't find a hummingbird. A hummingbird is the best type of pollinator because they have a nice long beak that can get down in the flower. So I have cannibalized this poor little cardinal, and I know it's the wrong color for a hummingbird, but this is going to be my hummingbird anyway. So I've tried to make his wings stand up a little bit more like a hummingbird's, and I gave him a nice long nose with this, just a piece of paper clip colored black with a Sharpie. So I'm going to put him right up in here on the top of the rose, and then I'll let you see how that looks when I get it glued. Okay, so I got the little birdie glued on there and the rose glued on, and I just think that looks so cute. And then over here I have a bee and a zinnia and a butterfly on another little poppy, I think, and then another bee, and then a little creepy crawly down here on the bottom. Now I'm going to fill in some more with some more flowers around the front down there on the bottom, and then I have to decide if I'm going to put any on the back. I think I may just skip the back because you're not really going to see that. She'll only be from the front, but I really think it turned out cute. I'm going to put some more bees on there, and I got some flies, but I don't know if I want to put them on there because this is just so cute without them. But anyway, I will be back in just a minute and you can see the rest of it.